Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
The day starts off with me and Gallicus sitting by the window, reading a book that boosts imagination, waiting for when we arrive at that tomb with a chalice. But we actually finish the book, giving us an additional points, and that's when...
I say, we could stop for a break.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives at a spectacular waterfall northwest of Brilehaven, the Peregrine Falls. The water cascading down from the river between the canyons is among the kingdom's finest vistas. Thanks in part to the monuments carved into rocky cliffs, is the rumbling echo simply the water plummeting into the basin below? Or the roar of the Mage King?
We're face to face with a beautiful waterfall with what seems to be a person, perhaps carved or maybe petrified into it. It's barely visible in the harsh waves, but we have a good idea of their expressions. I think that they look like they were moments before death claimed them. Gallica wonders how they could have carved them. Hogenberg thinks their likeness is one of the old hero kings, left to wonder if this could possibly be some kind of warning. We're left to stare at it, thinking that the roaring of the water crashing down could be the cries of anguish from the Mage King. But we're left to think about it as I become level 3 in Wisdom and a new drawing to show to Maria. Hopefully Maria doesn't find it too scary as we leave.
Their destination is the Tomb of Lament, found north of Oceania. Interred beneath the earth here lie the victims of a terrible epidemic. It is said the lamentations of the lost echo throughout, disfiguring the somber burial ground into a mass grave for criminals and the kingless. The vindictive spirits conjure restless monsters, and it is here that the Gauntlet Runner comes to an uneasy halt.
It seems not only we're going to be getting the chalice, but one of Neris's relics is hiding in this tomb, so we best get going, which is when I realized that there was bad weather, meaning the monster does not give extra turns on criticals or weaknesses. Meaning this dungeon, which may have been easy enough, is proving to be a challenge when even the minotaurs around the dungeon are failing me easily. But before we face the boss, I grab the relic for Neris. It's a weird looking cube, but he might be able to understand it, as we face the boss, and as I expected, I am no match for it, and had to think about my game plan, which is when I realized that I am an idiot. I kept targeting the monster the bounty summoned due to me thinking that it would continuously heal, but I gave a shot at just killing the bounty as fast as I can, and it worked, and the fight was pretty much a cakewalk onwards, just keeping on top of the healing and intermittently face palming, but it went down.
Magic Seeker! She needs help! Wind!
With their defeat, we now push on to getting the items needed for the medicine, as I spend the night giving Neris the relic. With a little jostling, he got it working, saying sharp as a blade. His instincts, calling what I found quite the find. Gallica thinks Neris might be the only person who can understand the relic, as it gives him an idea, calling it heaven-sent cerebral nugget of pure genius, thanking me as mission complete. But he's left to think of how fast it was to get them, thanking his healthy living and intellectual curiosity. Gallica says it was actually us and tells him to join us on a hunt sometime, but he's honest and I 100% agree, he'd probably break on the battlefield, being past his prime, saying, "He was quite the looking in the days, a strapping young lad with a genius mind and familiar prestige." I'm quite jealous, but he reassures me that I'm quite young, with all the time and the freedom in the world, but he admits that most people wanted his title more than him, confessing he once had a fiancée, but it all went down when he got deep into the runner research, and by the time he could check on her, she'd moved on to a new guy, calling it a life lesson for me that you never realize what you have until it's gone, to keep that in mind. But to be honest, he's basically married to the runner, which he seems to laugh off, saying that he's grateful for me and for everything that's been happening, as his passion, once all but smothered, has been rekindled, as our bond grows stronger and leaves us with another relic to find, so that'll be my next mission to look for clues and find that next spot, going to bed.